Can you hand me your can?
Why? Thank you.
No, just hand it here. Now hand it to Jen. Now Jen, hand the can back to her. And hand it to me one more time, and I'm gonna hand it to you. Now take a sip.
It tastes the same.
Wait, take a sip. Okay?
Now
Hey, listen, the contents and the inside taste the same. Now what if I stick my finger in it and have it, but wait, pause.
Yeah, I wouldn't
What if I
drink it.
stick my finger in it, have Angelito, our producer, stick his finger in it, have Jen stick her finger in it? Do
You're
you
not
think
gonna
it'll
drink
taste
it.
the same? Would you want to drink it?
No.
That is the difference between when a man cheats and when a woman cheats. See, you can wipe the can off, but if I stuck my finger in here and she stuck her finger in here, then you wouldn't want it.
How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Monday, March the 31st, 2025. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to support my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I dropped that a video that my son wanted me to react to, where Fresh and Fit had a young sister on their show, and this young sister was basically trying to defend the fact that a woman ought to be able to do whatever the hell she wants with her body. And even if this woman is in a relationship, she ought to be able to, it's okay for her to have an OnlyFans page. And even though, you know what I'm saying, she wants kudos for not having intimacy on camera, on film with another human being. But in fact, instead, she uses toys, dildos and whatnot. So for that, this young sister think that she deserved a round of applause and some freshly baked chocolate chip cookies fresh out the oven with a tall, cold glass of milk. Because in her mind, that's doing something. So in her mind, she thinks that showing her poop nanny, her vagina, her box, her sugar walls, that red velvet, that snapper, she think it's okay to just spread it wide open while playing with all kind of devices and gadgets and blast that nonsense on the World Wide Web for all of humanity. And if there's such a thing as aliens, which I believe there is, hell, they viewing it too. So this woman, this young sister had a lot to say about, I'm not a whore because I don't have sex for money. Okay, so your OnlyFans page, you sticking props and gadgets and tools and whatnot inside your vagina, and you making money off that. But because it ain't no real penis sliding up inside you on film, and you ain't per se making money off getting smashed on film, you saying you ain't no hoe. And you say you don't, and because you ain't getting smashed on film, you say that you ain't no hoe, you ain't doing nothing wrong, and you only whores get paid for getting smashed. But that just tells me that some Pookie or Ray Ray out there blowing her bike out. Yeah, she might do her little OnlyFans content, playing with all them toys and whatnot, getting herself all warmed up and lubed up and ready to go, and little Dank on his way. So, we got to talk about this, right? Because for whatever the reason, women think that it's cool and okay for them to have a inordinate amount of penises that done been inside them. And if a man can go and just sling meat all across the countryside and through the land, they ought to be able to do the same thing. They ought to be able to spread that box from coast to coast, state to state, and wherever the winds may take her. Because in their mind, feminism had told them, well, hey, if a man can get away with it, y'all can get away with it too. Y'all, this is what we fought for. This is what y'all been fighting for. Y'all been fighting to be little thoughts. little Tatianas, little Pookeishas. Little Brenda had a baby. Y'all fought for that. So now, because of that, now y'all, you're doing the OnlyFans. You're selling basically selling ass online. And when a man try to explain to you the difference that a woman is okay with a man being well experienced and know his way around a box, a poo nanny, know his way around it, know how to make that kitty purr. And he got that experience through bodies after body after body. But he's a provider male. He taking care. You don't want for nothing. You securing that. You benefiting from his resources. You benefiting from his greatness. So now, women are okay with that, but it's not the same. You can be a woman that's making $300,000 a year, and you could be willing to do whatever for your dude. But if you done had over 100 dudes that done ran up inside you, and for the most part, wasn't no condoms being worn, man, I just don't know. I don't know of any man that'll be okay with that. Even if you was a super high value woman on paper, financially wise. But you know what, family? I tell you what. The video that was stitched to this video, that young man did a hell of a job of explaining from a man's perspective how we view a woman when we find out y'all done cheated. Y'all done stepped out. And what I'm going to do, as I always do, I'm going to play the video in the background, and I'm going to add my commentary.
Hand me your can.
Why? Thank you.
No, just hand it here. Now hand it to Jen. Now, Jen, hand the can back to her. And hand it to me one more time, and I'm going to hand it to you. Now take a sip.
It tastes the same.
Wait, take a sip. Okay?
Now,
hey, listen. The contents and the inside taste the same. Now, what if I stick my finger in it? And have, but wait, pause. What if I stick my finger in it, have Angelito, our producer, stick his finger in it, have Jen stick her finger in it? Do you think it'll taste the same? Would you want to drink it?
No.
That is the difference between when a man cheats and when a woman cheats.
See, that's an excellent example. That is the difference. That is the difference. Because you got to look at it like this, ladies. When y'all cheat, man, it's a little bit more personal. Because here's the thing. Women typically don't cheat unless there's an attraction to the dude that they are finna cheat with. See, hey, listen, when it comes down to passing out that box, that's all in a woman's court. She decides who she gonna give that poo nanny, who she gonna give her box to, who she gonna give that red velvet to. She decides that. So that's why we say when it comes to sex and childbirth, women control that narrative. But when it comes to getting married, giving a woman our last name, and even if you don't get married, because I know a lot of men that never got married, but when they passed away, their lady was well taken care of. You've heard of common law marriages and whatnot. So women can still benefit from a man's greatness without even having his last name. So when a woman cheats, it's a little bit more personal, because that means that some way, somehow, this dude that she cheating with, man, it's something about him that, oh man, it get her moist. It get her ready. And while they conversating back and forth, they ain't even cheated yet. But she already plotting and thinking how she gonna pull it off. Plotting and thinking, oh, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to pull this one off. And if she ain't married, but she got a dude she kicking it with, oh, it's very easy. It's very easy, man. Listen, man, women are diabolical. They'll do some shady ish to men. I mean shady. But then they'll come back and say, oh, but I love you though. Oh, but I messed up. You should just forget about that. But let me tell you something. Just like this young man said, How, you know what I'm saying? Okay, he used the analogy of a soda. But I'm going to use the analogy for what it really is. And I ain't going to cut no corners. And I ain't going to read between the lines. I want you to understand it. So if your lady done got hit by little Pookie, your lady done went on over and little Dank done ran up in it, then little Charlie, then little Junior, and then she done double bite to little Pookie. And then she called herself, oh, I want to be with you. It don't matter if we even break it down to a lower denominator. Let's just hypothetically say, you know what I'm saying, you and your girl, you know what I'm saying, she step out with just one dude. Well, that's one dude too many. Because now you throwing off the pH balance. Your little box ain't smelling right. And now you thinking like, well, damn, you know, now you think like, man, what's going on? Why the box ain't, you know, the box ain't really responding right? That's because somebody else is tampering with it. But the problem is that men don't pay attention to the telltale signs. We miss them most of the time. But this young man gave an excellent analogy. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same when a woman out there just slinging her box versus when a man slinging his meat. It's a huge difference. And nowadays, y'all already know, women, y'all don't require no man. Y'all ain't require men to wear no prophylactics, no barriers, because y'all like feeling that real meat. Y'all like feeling that meat to meat, skin to skin. You don't want to feel no barriers. So there's a likelihood that even the little pookies, the little danks, just busting the club up. But then you'll come back and say, but I just made a mistake. Man, let me tell you, ladies. I think if you look at it from a common sense standpoint, so a man cheat, all right, yeah, you know, he cheated. He can go and just wipe his meat up, clean it up, take a shower, he's straight. But when y'all cheat, y'all bring a man to the point where he releases energy inside y'all. Oh no, you ain't getting rid of that. You ain't just showering that away. And this is why it's a difference. So now you imagine a woman that's just done been ran through, that's just been plowed through. She just done been, just guts done been erraticized. I mean, she just, man, Lord, it's a shame that I have to say it like this. But the fact is this, man. You know, women at the point now that they don't have no problem with they don't worry about protecting their womb. They don't have no problem with just letting anybody get up in that womb. I'm not saying that you're going to be a virgin. I get it. When you get up in age, you know what I'm saying? If we get older, I get it. To say, hey, we want to save ourselves for marriage, I get it. That is a noble thought, but I'm also realistic. So I get it. But the fact is, ladies, you got to protect your womb to the point you just can't be handing that shit out like IHOPs hand out pancakes. Like the Waffle House hand out waffles, eggs, and grits. You can't be handing your poo nanny out there like that. And then you know you just used to getting your shit demolished, destroyed, smashed, annihilated, vaporized, extinguished, nuked, broken, stretched, damaged, ravaged, torn apart. And now you done got your walls all beat in, and now you wondering why the average dude, because the average dude is talking about, you know what I'm saying, 6 or 7 inches, you wonder why the average dude having a problem. And y'all get on these streets talking, I need me a man working with a whole lot of meat. We done already proved the fact that, biologically speaking, the average man ain't walking around with that kind of meat. And ladies, if it's getting to the point that y'all done got so overly stimulated that no matter if you meet a good dude, if he ain't got 13 inches of wood, you can't use it. And that's what it's coming to nowadays, man. Women care more about what a man working with. And then second, will he submit to their foolish demands, taking vacations every 90 days, And you built like a goddamn box. You built like some damn chopsticks. And a man pulled, and you done already pushed out 3 kids. And for those that ain't got no kids, because there's some out there that ain't got no damn kids, but you done had your back blown out. And yeah, the girls that have kids, yeah, it's easy to say, yeah, that go to prove right there, them 3 kids. But for the ones that ain't had no kids, that just means that they were smart. They were smart enough not to get pregnant. And I give you a round of applause for that. Because you was responsible. They ain't got no problem with it. However, even for y'all that had the wherewithal to be responsible, you still got to choose better. You just can't let any old dude just run up in your walls. Because what happens when you allow any old dude, an average ass dude, to run up in your walls, when a good dude come along, it's going to be hard for you to distinguish the difference between this average ass dude versus this good dude. Even if this good dude sharing his resources with you, giving you his most valued commodity, his time, and it's still hard for you to resist the programming of feminism. And you find it difficult to just say, man, you know what? I got to take accountability. I fuck some fuck boys. I fuck some old dudes that shouldn't have been able to come within 150 feet of my motherfucking vagina. Ladies, you got to own it. That's the only way you can change it. Until you face it, you'll never change it. But this young man did an excellent job of breaking down how men look at the fact of he don't want to know that his lady done been passed around like that can of soda. Cause yeah, when that can of soda just got passed around, she ain't had no problem drinking it. But then when that man interject, well, let's start sticking some fingers up in it. She ain't want no parts of it. Well, that's exactly how men look at it. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.